Major story with new headlines, new developments, interesting ones, as the attorney for rapper Young Thug in his RICO case was placed in contempt. Cameras rolling as Steele removed his jacket and he was taken into custody. Watch this moment here on Live Now from Fox as we're going to get into what it means in this case there in Atlanta, Georgia. Of course, before storming out of the courtroom, the judge told Steele he had 5 minutes to change his mind or be held in contempt. While the judge returned, Steele once again refused to reveal how he learned about what was discussed in the judge's private chambers.
I was told, based upon information and belief, that when we arrived at 8:30, 9 o'clock today, we did not come into your courtroom until almost 11:30. And what I found out just recently, this is not waived, is that supposedly in chambers, this honorable court reporter at times, honorable court at times, district attorney or district attorneys from the DA's office, as well as investigators, sheriff deputies, Mr. Copeland and his counsel met together. None of the defense team, to my knowledge, was aware that this was going on. And then somehow that email was CC'd to me. That never...
Mr. Steele, can I interrupt you just a second? I'm kind of disturbed because that's ex parte. All that was an ex parte conversation. How did you find out about any of that?
Well, I'm disturbed too. What I was told was that Mr. Copeland said... And
you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not going to answer that question.
You're not?
No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to get anybody else.
I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information.
Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have I got problems right now.
It concerns me that you have proprietary information.
Why is it proprietary?
Or information that you should not be having that was ex parte.
Why?
With a party.
Why?
State of Georgia.
How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly this honorable court, or excuse me, let me rephrase that, this court supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Hilton supposedly said, actually, all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. Why did
Sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who did. Tell me who this information is.
I don't want to be held in contempt. Well, I'm not answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not answering
attorney-client privilege. Unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out.
I am telling you.
I tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to put you in, I'm going to put you in contempt. Take Mr. Steele into custody, please. Yes, sir, you certainly may.
Mr. Williams does not wish to go forward without me being here. You are removing me against his will, my will. You're taking away his right to counsel. And you're conducting material parts of his trial without me present, and I can't learn about it by watching online. So for that reason, additionally, I asked for a mistrial. And I assume you deny, but I'd like you to deny our motions for mistrial. You denied the other people.
I've denied your motion, but I'll certainly take that under advisement, sir.
Young Thug's court case has been grabbing headlines, unfolding with twists and turns that you might expect from a high-stakes drama rather than a real-life trial. Facing serious RICO charges, the scenes from his courtroom battles have been nothing short of astonishing. From jaw-dropping testimonies to unexpected developments, each moment feels like it's been lifted straight from a movie script. As we dive deeper into the chaos and controversy surrounding one of rap's most influential figures, it's hard not to be hooked by the unpredictability of what comes next. So, let's get into some of these unbelievable moments from Young Thug's ongoing legal saga, proving once again that reality can be stranger and more compelling than fiction. First off, let's talk about a moment that had everyone talking. In October 2022, Gunna, a well-known artist associated with YSL, was back in court for his third attempt at getting bail. You could feel the tension in the air as the judge announced his decision. No bail for Gunna yet again. This decision didn't sit well with many folks in the courtroom, likely Gunna's friends and fans, leading to a wave of disappointed sighs and sounds of disbelief filling the room. But the judge, Earl Glanville, wasn't having any of it. He laid down the law right there, warning everyone that if they couldn't keep their emotions in check, they were free to leave. But he didn't stop there. He made it crystal clear. Any outbursts, and he'd have the disruptor arrested on the spot. It was a tense moment, showcasing just how high the stakes were and how emotions were running high among Gunna's supporters.
But at this point in time, I don't find any change in circumstances that would allow me to, or move me from changing my decision as to bond. And if anybody's in the gallery and you can't otherwise control yourself, or otherwise if you want to make any appropriate comments, then you can leave at this point in time. No harm will come, or nothing else will occur. But if you remain in this courtroom and make any outbursts, I'll have you arrested.
Next, we have the time when the courtroom witnessed something straight out of a bizarre plot twist. In December 2022, Young Thug showed up in court for the first time since being arrested in May of that year. His lawyer was there to argue about evidence from a past arrest, hoping to get it tossed out, but things took an unexpected turn when they tried to set up a Zoom call for other lawyers to join in. Suddenly, a video flashed on the screen for everyone in the courtroom to see, complete with a message shouting, "Free Young Thug." It seems someone managed to sneak this shocking video onto the Zoom feed, leaving court officials in a frenzy to shut it down. This incident added an unbelievably wild chapter to the already dramatic proceedings of Young Thug's trial.
Something happened in court. Something happened in court that you don't usually see, and maybe I'll say, thank goodness you don't usually see, because there was this pre-trial hearing for Young Thug, and it was about evidence suppression, which we'll get into in a second. When all of a sudden, a pornographic video popped up on all of the court screens. I believe this was happening during a Zoom session with other attorneys. Now, the court was experiencing technical difficulties earlier, but I don't think anyone expected a naked guy to pop up with a message that said, "Free Young Thug."
Another twist in the saga came when a video leaked showing Gunna in court taking his plea deal just hours after his release from jail in December 2022. Captured in the courtroom, the Atlanta rapper was seen agreeing with the prosecutor's statements regarding YSL's alleged criminal activities. The prosecutor presented, "YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang," to which Gunna responded with a simple, "Yes, ma'am." Following this, Gunna was set free after entering an Alford plea to a racketeering charge related to the YSL RICO case. Despite the plea, Gunna's attorney Steve Sato was quick to clarify that his client did not betray Young Thug or any other YSL members as part of his plea deal. This development added yet another layer of complexity and intrigue to the ongoing legal drama surrounding the YSL collective.
The deal that set Gunna free, a major development in a huge racketeering case. The Atlanta-born rapper, Gunna, whose given name is Sergio Kitchens, made a deal with prosecutors and walked out of the Fulton County Jail late this afternoon. Now, Gunna will not have to stand trial early next year with rapper Young Thug and more than 24 other defendants who prosecutors say were part of a racketeering conspiracy.
But Gunna wants everyone to know that while he did make a deal with prosecutors, he will not have to testify against any of the others.
Then we have an incident during the jury selection in January 2023 that left everyone in disbelief. Right there in the courtroom, a drug transaction between Young Thug and one of the co-defendants was caught on camera, unfolding under the watchful eyes of the bailiffs. As the details emerged, it was revealed that during the proceedings, what appeared to be a hand-to-hand drug exchange took place between Young Thug and his co-defendant, Adams. According to the prosecutors, Adams approached Thug, who was sitting with his lawyer, and discreetly passed a Percocet into his hand. When a deputy noticed and confronted them, Thug handed over the pill to the authorities without resistance. But the surprises didn't stop there. Upon further inspection, deputies discovered more contraband on Adams, including Percocet, marijuana, and tobacco. These items were ingeniously wrapped in plastic and hidden amidst food seasonings, an attempt to mask the distinct smell of the marijuana. This audacious act in the middle of a high-profile trial added yet another startling chapter to the ongoing saga of the YSL trial.
What happened? This is video we received from court. Take a look at the part we highlighted. You see the man walking up? Watch for this exchange right there. According to the court motion, Young Thug's fellow defendant, Khalif Adams, passed Percocet to Young Thug under the guise of that handshake that happened right in front of the entire courtroom. Adams is serving a life sentence for murder. Right after what you saw there, court documents say law enforcement immediately moved in to search Adams, who resisted. But once they searched him, the documents say they found more contraband, including Percocet, marijuana, and tobacco, all wrapped in plastic and food seasonings to mask the smell.
In another surprising turn of events within the YSL RICO trial, Judge Glanville made it clear that he runs a tight ship in his courtroom, leading to a potential juror learning a tough lesson in April 2023. Identified as Juror 1004, this individual faced a 3-day jail sentence for filming court proceedings, a serious breach of courtroom protocol. Despite her attempt to explain that she had deleted the video soon after recording it, authorities found the clip in the recently deleted folder of her cell phone. She claimed ignorance, stating it was her first jury duty summons and was unaware filming was prohibited. However, Judge Glanville was not swayed by her defense and issued a jail sentence, underscoring the gravity of following court rules and the consequences of not doing so. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of adhering to courtroom regulations, adding yet another layer of drama to the ongoing legal proceedings.
As to why you should not be held in willful contempt for violating the court's admonitions against improper jury behavior, specifically live streaming the jury selection process on Friday, March the 17th of 2023. Do you recall that? I'm going to include that as a copy of the next court exhibit in order. That's your notice that we gave you. So you are at this point in time. Why shouldn't I hold you in willful contempt?
In yet another twist within the YSL trial that took place in April 2023, the courtroom was thrown into chaos when defense attorney Anastasios Menetas, representing YSL co-defendant Miles Farley, aka Lil Miles, was arrested right in the courthouse. The charges against him, bringing contraband into the courthouse and harming an officer. The incident unfolded when, according to reports, Menetas was discovered with prescription pills that weren't in their original container while in court. In a startling escalation, he then threw his cell phone at a deputy, leading to his arrest. He faced charges including 2 counts related to the pills, 1 count of obstruction, and 1 count of simple battery against a law enforcement officer. Following this unexpected event, Judge Glanville made the decision to separate Miles Farley from the ongoing YSL trial, scheduling him for a separate trial at a later date. This decision leaves 13 defendants, including Young Thug, to continue facing trial for racketeering charges. The arrest of an attorney for such serious offenses inside the courtroom added an unprecedented level of drama and complexity to the already intense trial proceedings.
Let me tell you, it all unfolded this morning inside the courthouse. Here's what we can tell you. During a security checkpoint, that's when deputies arrested defense attorney Anastasios Menetas. Investigators say he was arrested on 2 counts of prescription drugs not in its original container. We're not sure if they were his prescription drugs. We're still working to find that out. We also know he was arrested on 1 count of obstruction, 1 count of simple battery on a law enforcement officer. More on that in a moment.
And then there was the time a Zoom bomber made a memorable appearance. On the 17th day of the trial, January 10th, 2024, just as the proceedings in Georgia's Fulton County Superior Court were winding down for a lunch break, the courtroom was caught off guard. Broadcasted on Law and Crime Network's daily live stream, a voice suddenly broke through the calm, chanting, "Free Thug, mistrial, free Thug, mistrial." This unexpected interruption managed to echo through the courtroom twice before Judge Glanville could call for a break. The incident, albeit brief, marked another unexpected twist in the ongoing legal saga, blending the realms of digital intrusion with the physical courtroom drama.
Free Thug, mistrial! Free Thug, mistrial!
Then the high-profile Young Thug YSL RICO trial unexpectedly pulled in an NBA superstar, none other than LeBron James, though he was far removed from the courtroom drama himself. On January 11, during the 18th day of the trial, a notable moment was captured and shared on X, previously known as Twitter. It featured YSL co-founder Trontavious Tick Stevens under the questioning of defense attorney Brian Steele. The discussion took an interesting turn when Stevens was asked to comment on a video of LeBron James performing a slime handshake with a Los Angeles Lakers teammate, a gesture often linked to gang affiliations. Stevens clarified that LeBron customizes handshakes for each of his teammates, recalling a specific instance where James used the slime handshake for one player. This attempt by Steele seemed to aim at illustrating that such gestures, even when made by someone as unaffiliated with gangs as LeBron James, should not be interpreted as conclusive evidence of gang membership. In an intriguing twist, Brian Steele broadened his questioning to include another celebrated athlete, Serena Williams. He referenced a viral moment of Williams performing a crip walk dance after clinching the gold medal in tennis singles at the 2012 Olympics. Stevens' lighthearted response, "I don't watch tennis," brought a moment of humor to the courtroom amidst the trial's tense atmosphere. This line of questioning highlighted the complexities of interpreting gestures and affiliations within the context of the trial.
Mr. Stevens, do you recognize the person who's going around the circle of Mr. Williams, number 15A?
Yes.
And who is that person?
LeBron James.
And did you hear him say, or did you see him rather, do something with his hand that's similar to what is depicted in Mr. Williams 15?
Yes.
And what did he do with his hand?
Wiped it across the nose.
And is that similar to what's in the indictment, the allegation that Mr. Williams?
Objection, Your Honor. I sustain that objection.
Is it identical?
Objection, Your Honor. I sustain that objection.
Is the indictment show that I showed you last week, if you need to see it again, show it to you, and the exhibits and evidence of Mr. Williams wiping his nose, was that an overt act in count 1?
Yes.
Same thing that Mr. James did.
I sustain the objection.
Lastly, we have a moment that could only be described as surreal during the marathon Young Thug YSL trial. On the 45th day, March 19, 2024, the courtroom witnessed an unusual admission from witness Adrian Bean. In the middle of his testimony, Bean candidly announced, "I'm so high right now, y'all. I'm about to go to sleep on y'all. I ain't gonna tell a lie." In an attempt to manage the situation, lead prosecutor Adrienne Love quickly offered Bean a bottle of water, while Judge Ural Glanville assured him that a break was on the horizon. This prompted Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, to check if Bean needed a moment to collect himself. However, Bean was ready to continue, saying, "Let's keep the ball rolling." This incident added yet another layer of unpredictability to the trial, highlighting the range of unexpected events that have come to define the proceedings.
Man, can I get water or something? I'm so high right now, y'all. I'm about to go to sleep on y'all, man. I ain't gonna tell you no more.
Yes, you may. We can take it back to you.
So there you have it. The Young Thug YSL trial has unfolded like a true roller coaster, brimming with moments that swing from the shockingly serious to the downright surreal. With drug exchanges captured on film, attorneys caught smuggling contraband, surprise celebrity references, and even witnesses confessing to being high on the stand, this trial has delivered drama in spades. So, where do we go from here? Will the curtains soon close on this legal drama, freeing Young Thug, or is there more time behind bars on the horizon for him? We're eager to hear your thoughts and predictions. Share your take in the comments below.